And welcome to the Champlin Ice Forum. It is high school hockey, non-conference, non-section tonight here in Champlin as the Champlin Park Rebels off to a 2-0 start, hosting the Duluth East Greyhounds, looking for their first win of the season. Already 4 games under their belt at 0-4. Hi, everybody. Along with Joe Rulin, I'm Jim Erickson. You see the Duluth East Greyhounds there under head coach Steve Petrosha in his 4th season, trying to get the Greyhounds back to their glory days. And then, of course, on the other side is Coach Tom Potter, and he's coaching his team and his program. They are playing with very heavy hearts here this week, and we'll talk more about that as we go. But the puck has been dropped, and we're underway. Champlin Park in the white uniforms and in the sharp red unis, the Duluth East Greyhounds making the trip down south. And the Rebels win the draw. They get it deep in immediately. And now the Greyhounds push it back here. Kyle Peterson, starting right wing, will drive it in. Dreifke, the starting goalie tonight for Champlin Park, pushes it wide of the net. And the Rebels out to center, out of the zone, delayed offsides, picked up here by Champlin Park's defenseman Jax Warren. Again, Champlin Park, 4 of their top 6 scorers back from last year. They did lose their top 2, Trevor Aberwald and Will Bernovic. Those guys have moved on to juniors, Joe, but Champlin Park's got a lot of experience coming back, just not so much on the goalie side of things as they lost their top goalie last year, Evan Whipple.
Yeah, they'll bring back Brent Solomon, of course, on his way to University of Wisconsin. 34 goals, 14 assists, including 22 power play goals last year for Solomon.
He was a monster on the man advantage. He was their 3rd overall scorer, making the return back last year, behind Aberwald and Bernovic, as the Rebels go back here, opening minute and 15 seconds here from the Champlin Ice Forum. It's a big week of hockey here for the Rebels. This will be icing here on Champlin Park. We talked about the heavy hearts, and we'll talk more about it as the broadcast goes here tonight, but it was a week ago tonight that Max Ackerson is going to be a sophomore, would have been his first year of high school hockey, played Double-A Bantams last year, diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer back in 2021. He passed away a week ago, and there's the head coach of the Rebels talking to him. Max was such a fine young man, and of course grew up playing with a lot of these guys that are on this varsity team and the JV team earlier here today as well. And they're dedicating the season to Max, and they're especially dedicating the game on Thursday against Andover. And Joe, that'll be a game that we'll have here on QCTV.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot more in response to Max. And, of course, what he meant to this whole Champlin Park Rebels community as well, and his impact. And you'll see more about that as well on Thursday.
2 minutes in here, no score. Shots on goal are even, 1 apiece. It'll be the Rebels bringing it up. Evan Long. Coach Potter saying 5 of the 6 defensemen that he has in the lineup here tonight, even though they all didn't start and play a lot of varsity last year, 5 of the 6 played a little bit of varsity. Here's George who comes in. He gets upended. Penalty coming up here on Duluth East. He'll touch the puck. And we are going to get ourselves a power play for the Rebels. Reese George got tripped up on the attack, and the man advantage here for the homestanding Rebels.
Well, the Rebels have been bringing an early pace to play, and when you do that, sometimes you put the pressure on the D, and their trip penalty whistled for Duluth East. They can ill afford that penalty early on because they're trying to overcome, as you get a look here at that trip, grazing through in that high slot. And Champlin Park,
power play.
Last year, it was Solomon with 22 power play goals. Let's
watch
see if
for
he
him.
Can answer the bell here.
He already has 2 goals on the season, 5 points in 2 games, and a goal, 3 assists, 4 points against St. Louis Park. And here we go with a power play, and they win the draw. Nick Carlson has it outside the near side circle. Up to Long, who will quarterback this power play. Cross ice, Solomon. He's on that right wing. Carlson back up to Long. Back to Brent Solomon. Here's his shot, glove by Ryan Jensen. Jensen making his 2nd start here for Duluth East. The other goalie, Nolan Nygaard, had started 3 games against top 15 teams in the rankings, White Bear Lake, Grand Rapids, and Wayzata. Ryan Jensen, his lone start was a 3-2 loss to Blaine. earlier here this season. Another face-off win. Big blast, and he scores! Who else? Brett Solomon. Power play goal here for the Rebels. Rebels now 2 for 3 on the power play, and they lead 1-0 here early.
He dialed up some velo on that biscuit and that drive to beat Jensen in an early 1-0 lead and setting the tempo for the Rebels. First power play goal of the season for Solomon, his third goal overall, and this time he got a chance to rip it, set it up, beautiful one-timer, and just unleashed a laser to beat Jensen.
Long will get the primary assist. Evan Long's second assist of the season. Long as a defenseman was their 5th overall scorer last year. He had 22 points, 21 assists. Picks up his second assist there. And an early start here for Champlin Park. Solomon is 3rd of the season at .240 from Long. And it's 1-0.
They didn't take long at all to get that winning, no pun intended. But they really got the power play moving quickly.
Nick Carlson got the other assist off of that face-off draw. He won the draw, pulled it back, and Long fed Solomon with a one-time cannon. And it's 1-0 Rebels, and they go to work here. Pazendak in the corner. Good forecheck here for the Rebels, getting that puck low, and of course they had the opportunity. They took advantage on their power play. Penalty kill for Duluth East coming into tonight. They were 5 of 7, and now 5 of 8. They were 71.4%. Greyhounds pick it up. Tim Baltazar at a goal, 2 assists last year, 3 points. Centering pass, shot by Peterson, saved by Dreifke.
Nice setup, good passing, tape to tape.
Team captain working it here is Kyle Peterson. Into traffic, kicked around, picked up there by Warren. And Warren slides it out to center. Spenningsby, the defenseman, back here for the Greyhounds. Up to Peterson, 2 goals, 2 assists on the season already. Trying to carry it into the middle was Antala. And ends up along the end wall. Marcus Antala has it back up to the point, waiting for it, Spenningsby. Push towards the wall, in low for Valley on the second line. Goldsworthy centering Valley and Antala, and the Rebels will push it back out the other way. Whole line with the puck center right in front of the Duluth East bench, dumps it in. Line change here for Champlin Park.
Beautiful save by Dreifke that time, in great position, squared up and got the pads on that good-looking goal opportunity for Duluth East.
Reese George, the Max Peterson line out there for Champlin Park. Carlson and George being centered by Max Peterson.
Duluth East coming into this game had been outscored 7-20.
And we have Reese George down along the end wall. And he is slow to get up. He's shaken up. No penalty coming up here. I did not see what happened along the end wall. We got a whistle, and he's down on the ice for Champlin Park, who've been very consistent here the last couple of years. Last year, 16-10-1, 17-10-0 2 years ago.
I don't want to speculate, but maybe it's wind knocked out, or sometimes when they're moving like that, you worry about a shoulder.
Kind of got rubbed out right there, and then he went down.
And it looked like as he went down, he was
upper body.
Yeah. Hate to see that. Of course, we had mentioned Duluth East being outscored at 0-4 so far this season, outscored now 7-20. They need to overcome the graduation of 50 goals from several of their players: Luke Anderson, Wyatt Peterson, Noah Tang, Thomas Gunderson.
Those are their top 4 scorers.
Correct, and combined 117 points is what they contributed last year. So getting some puck hunting underway and capitalizing on those opportunities is key for Duluth East here early in the season. They also are without, of course, graduating was Cole Constead. Constead, 5-14, the goals against the 4.35, and there you can see George being assisted off.
Yeah, it looks like he's able to skate under his own power. We'll wait and see. His reaction is that it was something in the upper body, and we'll wait and see. But, yeah, 2 brand-new goalies for Duluth East for 4th-year head coach Steve Petosha. But he said, and only 5 seniors, which for Duluth East, talking to some of the people that have been around the Duluth East program for a while, they can't remember the last time they've had only 5 seniors. So they are very young, they're inexperienced, but he loves this group. That's something that Steve Petosha said to me. He loves this group. He loves coming to the rink. It's a work in progress, but he sees this team developing throughout the season and being a real factor at the end and a tough team to play come late in the season and in the section playoffs.
Greyhounds
and really,
last
when
year,
you look at it, that's exactly what you want to be.
Absolutely. 10-16-1 last season. They were outscored 80-110 last season as well for Duluth East. But, hey, energy and attitude can create some goal scoring.
Rebels pick up the puck. Long pass doesn't connect out of Solomon's reach, who's the goal scorer here tonight. And it's icing with 11:40 left in the first period, a 1-0 Champlin Park.
Well, last year it was a Champlin Park win over Duluth East. Right one for most of that game, but a chance here for Duluth East to counter and get that early win. As sometimes you get deep into the season, maybe 7-8 games, and you scratch so hard for that first win. Let's see if they can do it tonight.
These teams have been playing regularly since 2018. They did not play during the COVID year. Here's a steal with the puck on that left wing side as Spoden lost it. Picked up Rebels. Shuffling it up ahead, right to left, Wexeth, who's listed as a fourth liner, but Coach Potter said he's so much more of a fourth liner. You'll see a lot of minutes here tonight. Now springing down the left wing wall side, the Greyhounds trying to carry deep. Defenseman Cochran. Rebels push it right back out. The Rebels are 4-1-0 in the last 5 meetings against Duluth East. The only loss was an overtime loss up at the Heritage Center in the 22-23 season.
We'll have to see if Hessa gets some additional playing time. George went right to the locker room after he went off the ice.
Trainer got a quick look at him. Wexeth at center, backhands it in. He was right at the red line, no icing on that. Anderson getting in deep here for Champlin Park. Wally Lundell chasing him down. Pazendak cycling there, comes back to the near side corner. And they'll work it back up. Carson Anderson centers the second line here for Champlin Park, enjoying an early 1-0 lead and the power of a power play goal earlier. Anderson up along the line, now out to center and chipped in. Goldsworthy all the way down. Dreyfke will stop it there. Dreyfke's a senior, 1-0 on the season, .932 save percentage, 3.00 goals against. 35 saves in the 5-3 win against St. Louis Park. Tanner Wiley got the win against Woodbury. He's the backup here tonight for Champlin Park. Up to the point, held in towards the net. It's going to trickle in, trying to feed Goldsworthy, but he got stood up there in the slot. Picked up Rebels. Breakout, stick to stick. Up to Pazendak. He needs to change, being called off the ice from the bench. Tipped in. Greyhounds try here on the near side with the Rebels on the change. Pass didn't connect, out of the reach of Baltazar.
Duluth East trying to catch the Rebels on that change. But now Solomon across the board here, sends it to
here
some
comes
open
Rail. Back up to Solomon. As Joe mentioned earlier, Wisconsin Badger commit. Cross ice pass, good idea behind Carlson. Carlson recollects and sends it across the crease over to the near side with Oakley, the defenseman, jumping in on the left wing. And the bouncing puck he couldn't control. Greyhounds pick it right back up. Duluth East pushing it out to center. Can Peterson get a stick on it? He has 2 Rebels to contend with. Oakley was there, as was Derek Rail. Picked off now. They got a 2-on-1 up on the shoulder. Saved by Dreyfke. Rebound is loose. With the puck is Cole. Tried to wrap it around. It came back out in front. A good point-blank look by Spoden. And a couple of big saves there by Dreyfke, not yet out of danger.
Yeah, Dreyfke, good initial save. Got a little bit of a fish out of water look there for a minute. Swelling in those pads up high, but made the saves necessary.
Sometimes as a goaltender, you got to flop around. When there's the scramble going on, you got to make multiple saves. As it's at center, Kyle Peterson dumped it in with him heading to the bench now. Past the midway mark of the first period, 1-0 Rebels. Again, a power play goal, 2 minutes and 40 seconds in. Peterson comes in with some speed. Good back check there by Duluth East. He'll break it up ahead. Up across the line, they bring it in. That's Kuzmuk, Finn Kuzmuk, the sophomore, looking for his first career points. Came in on the right side.
I've never known a hockey player named Finn that wasn't any good. Usually goal scorers.
Right, yes. Big open ice hit. Delivered by Luke Carlson there for Champlin Park on Cole Akari. Rebels still get it in deep. Teams battle there. Evan Long And it's going to be whistled down here. We'll get a face-off. 7.5 left in the first.
Yeah, that check. Look, here's a good look at the save. Drivke here was in possession, cut that initial spot, good technique, squared up, made the save, got to the left side and then fluttering it through, trying to center. Found himself right there in another good spot for a couple of excellent saves.
Defenseman Henrik Spenningsby had that initial shot, that shoulder save, and Drivke able to recover on both instances and keep this a 1-0 game. Golden opportunity for Duluth East. They actually have the shots edge right now, 4-3. Long now has the puck for the Rebels in the corner. Evan Long, senior defenseman, behind the net. Pazendak forced into the corner. Landon Pierce up the wall, picked away by Sandell, shoveled into the corner. Back onto the stick of Landon Pierce, not yet out of the zone. A couple of players there dance.
Rebels doing a great job of forechecking and holding the pressure.
Deflection ends up back to Pierce, junior defenseman for East. Far side slapped down. Antela icing on the Greyhounds.
Shots on goal, 4-3 right now in favor of Duluth East. And I got to tell you, they've certainly had 3 quality looks at the net. And Drivsky's done an excellent job of turning each of those away. He came into the goals against a 3.33.
Greyhounds last year, as we mentioned, 10-16-1. They beat Denfeld in the quarterfinals 5-1, then lost to Andover in the semis in the Section 7 playoffs 4-1. And of course, Grand Rapids would go on then to beat Andover and end their run of section championships. Centering past Solomon with a wrist shot, blocked by traffic. Carlson tried to quick center to Solomon. Got to watch this top line for the Rebels. Very, very dynamic. Carlson and Solomon especially. And Cole Perkins has been inserted there. He had 9 points last year. And we'll try to chip in as well. Solomon again just camped out in front. East trying to get some bodies on him. And that time they deflect his shot up and out of play. Face off in the Duluth East zone.
Well, Ryan Jensen was reciprocated and absorbed a couple of great saves here on that possession by that top line for the Rebels just moments ago. A couple of those good shots by Solomon.
Quick draw one there. And the Rebels will set it up. Carlson into the corner. Rail is trailing the play. Picked up here by Max Peterson. Back and low for Carlson. Under 6 left to go in the first period. Greyhounds poke it free. Cole Akari. Greyhounds playing all 3 sets of their D here, getting equal shifts here in the early going. Luke Carlson has it for the Rebels. Cross the line, doesn't have numbers, but he does chip it deep. Lakari gets to it first, coughed it up, picked up by Wexeth. Cross ice over to the point. Oakley, shot from outside the circle, off the glove of Jensen. Couldn't catch it and control, but a teammate gets to it, sends it down, icing again on the Greyhounds, and that's a good indication of how good the Champlin Park forecheck has been here. They've pinned the Duluth East Greyhounds in, and the last couple of shifts, Joe, their best defense has been to ice the puck.
Yeah, it has, and I'll tell you, they've been buzzing, continuing to put that pressure on. So far, Jensen has just allowed the 1 goal, a save percentage of .927 coming into tonight, and the goals against of 2.67. As you mentioned, Nygaard has certainly faced some firepower between the pipes early on here for Duluth East and the teams he has faced.
Goldsworthy and Anderson off the face-off, won by Champlin Park. Chipped off the glass and down. First to go get it is Brockton Sandell, 8 points last year. Rebels in their 3rd game of the season, a 4-2 win over Woodbury and a 5-3 win over St. Louis Park. They played down to that Woodbury Thanksgiving tournament over the weekend. As a shot here from the near wing side is deflected up off the stick of Goldsworthy and out of play.
Well, that is such a historic name, Goldsworthy.
It
and
is.
A lot of them up on the range, I recall. We were just talking about it before the game. Of course, you got the Michelettis. Along with that, I certainly remember the Talifus tribe and that crew. And
the Goldie Shuffle.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if there's any relation, though. I did not ask Steve Petrosia. I suppose we could probably look on the old eliteprospects.com. They've got a nice website where it shows even down to the high school level, even shows where they played youth level, some of these players. So it's a great resource if you're looking back, college or wherever. looking back where these players originated and who they're related to as well. If there's anybody on that site that they're related to, cousin or brother or father or mother, whoever, it's listed on that website here. As we're nearing 4 minutes left to go in the first period. Pass ahead for Kyle Peterson, 8 points last year, in low. Dreifke stops it there, hands it off to Max Janisch, experienced senior defenseman coming back. Held in, though, by the Greyhounds. Brent Solomon circling here, the winger, helping out his D. He's going to flip it up ahead, touched it neutral by the Greyhounds, and Jensen will come out of the net, and he'll try to headman it up ahead, and he does. Baltazar, center circle, kicked around off the stick of Peterson, back up to Baltazar. 3:40 left. Baltazar down the far side, overskated the puck, picked off Peterson. Peterson up ahead. Wexeth goes rink wide diagonal to the near side corner, dumps it in. Centering puck, picked off Greyhounds, played the other way, race for the puck. Peterson's going to get to it as it slowed up in the snow, but then he got kind of tangled up there, lost an edge a little bit, overskated the puck. Rebels play it back the other way.
Well, you could see the angle he was trying to get at, and that puck slowed down. It went to the advantage that time of the Rebels defenseman as he overskated it. There's a quick shot on some loose change.
Anderson gets a shot, low angle. And the save by Jensen.
Well, Tom Potter comes in, head coach for the Rebels, with a career mark of 93, 59, and 3.
Both of these coaches coaching their alma maters. Right off of the draw, Solomon a shot, saved by Jensen. He juggled a little bit, and he's able to smother. Duluth East head coach Steve Petoja, his 4th season as the head coach here of the Greyhounds. A 93 grad. He played for Mike Randolph, who just... within what? Was it last week?
Yes.
A couple weekends ago, he became the all-time winningest coach. Coaching up on the Iron Range now. Actually, Pequot Lakes. Was it Northern Lakes? Pequot Lakes, Aiken, Crosby, Ironton. I think Pine River Bacchus is involved in that co-op.
That's a whole county.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole region. Wraparound attempt. Solomon tried to get Jensen napping. And then Sandell with a shot. That ends up getting blocked, but the Rebels hold it in.
Jensen's been playing extremely well. Seeing a lot of looks coming in tight.
Sandell, another shot on the right side. Ends up off the end wall. Picked up Greyhounds. Under 2.5 left to go. Kramer, third-line winger. In low, but again, they're just spending so much time defending. They get the puck in the offensive zone. They don't have any energy to mount any kind of an offensive charge, any kind of offensive zone presence and possession. The Rebels come right back on the attack. Anderson. Rebels on the change. Fresh troops coming out. Centering pass out of the reach of a Rebel. Whole line trying to track it down. Instead, it's the Greyhounds' left wing shot. Antela, gloved, held onto by Dreifke in the faceoff in the Rebel zone.
Well, they had some numbers there on the 3-on-2. The shot came from that left wing. Unable there. Antela to whistle it by. Got it up a little high. Easy glove save.
Faceoff in the corner. Rebels ringing around. Good breakout. It was touched. So no icing. Pazendak on the forecheck trying to get to it. Whole line does come up with it in the corner to centering pack. Pazendak off his stick, bouncing and pulled out of the zone by the Greyhounds. Up to Valley. Back to the Rebels. Cross ice, Janisch. Their top 4D are all seniors, so good experience here for the Rebels. We were talking about Mike Randolph, and when he broke that record of Lou Grosso from Rochester Mayo, they presented him with a jersey and it had the logos of all the teams he coached at. Of course, long time and all the success, state tournaments, state championships at Duluth East. And then also St. Thomas Academy. He was a head coach there for a few years. And now at Northern Lakes, all in the same jersey. So it's quite the honor.
3 state championships,
yeah.
Right? I have 1960, 1995, and 1998.
Yeah. And that was his 704th victory to surpass Lauren Grosso, who was, I think, an over 40-year coach. I think it was at least 40, if not a little bit more than 40 years at Rochester Mayo. 55 seconds. Under a minute left to go first period. Rebels had that 1-0 lead here early, and it has held on and been able to hold that here to this point. Shots are 7-5 Rebels. Greyhounds in on Cameron Dreifke. Both Dreifke and Wiley a year ago. Not a lot of experience. Dreifke was 1-0 with a 3.83 goals against, and Wiley had 2 decisions, playing in 3 games, had won 1-0. But Coach Potter says he likes both goaltenders. Wiley will start on Thursday. He told me that Wiley will start on Thursday against Andover, a game that we'll have here on QCTV. As the Huskies will come down here in a conference game in the Northwest Suburban Conference. 30 seconds left in the period. Warren has it slip by him, then he reaches back for it. Jax Warren wearing that C as team captain. Anderson, and he'll drop it to Helene, waiting at the Duluth East line. Now Warren does pick it up, bounce it into the corner. Helene do it first for Anderson. 10 seconds left towards the net. Swept out of danger by Lundell. Helene in that far side corner. Cochran is the defenseman for Duluth East. We get the horn, and that's the end of the first period. So the difference in this game here, shots on goal pretty even. But really the difference, Joe, the power play chance for Champlin Park. They got the chance, and they converted.
Yep, and Champlin Park has really played downhill in that Duluth East zone in that first period. And like you said, tough to get that juice going and some of that wind when you're always kind of reacting to the puck. We'll see what Duluth East will change here come that second period.
From the Champlin Ice Forum, we have 1 period in the books here on QCTV. It's Champlin Park 1, Duluth East nothing.
Comfort and peace of mind. Waypoint Insurance. Together, protecting what you love.
Canucks take on the Blue Jackets Friday night face-off December 6th. It's Vancouver's.
Where their next meal will come from. It's a daily struggle affecting health, focus, and well-being. Cole with Anoka County Public Health here. You should know that this is a challenge we can meet together. By supporting local food shelves, starting community gardens, and learning about national food programs, we can turn the tide against hunger. Every can donated, every dollar given, every hand extended in help makes a difference. Let's unite to ensure no one has to go to bed hungry in our communities. Together, we can end food insecurity. Reach out, get involved, and make an impact at goanokacounty.org.
In a world where physical health often takes the spotlight, it's easy to overlook an equally important aspect of our well-being, mental health. Yet despite its significance, mental health is often stigmatized, misunderstood, or simply neglected. From creating awareness to offering education and community wellness grants, to hosting our annual 5K walk for mental wellness, the Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County is creating a community where mental health is as important as physical health. Let's break the silence, erase the stigma, and prioritize mental health. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels supported, understood, and empowered to live their best lives. The Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County, your mental health matters.
Hi, I'm Peter Helliger, City Planner for the City of Andover. Are you an Andover resident who's interested in guiding the city's development and has an interest in serving your community? The Andover Planning and Zoning Commission may be right for you. The Planning and Zoning Commission conducts public hearings and makes recommendations to the City Council regarding land use applications, subdivisions, zoning regulations, and other matters that may come before the Council. The resident volunteers who are serving on the Planning Commission are invaluable in providing citizen participation, asking the tough questions to help the city vet complex land use issues. If you'd like to learn more about the Planning and Zoning Commission, you can watch live meetings or stream past commission meetings by clicking on the Watch Broadcast Meetings link on the City of Andover website. Meetings are typically held on the second and fourth Tuesday of every month in the council chambers at Andover City Hall. If you're interested in serving on the Planning Commission or on any of our other advisory commissions, please fill out an advisory commission application form, which is available on the City of Andover's website.
My favorite thing about volunteering as an extension master gardener is learning about the different gardening styles and sharing that knowledge with others. I love meeting and learning from people who care about educating, inspiring others through gardening. Whether you are a new or seasoned gardener, there's always something new to learn. In 2023, our Anoka County program will celebrate 40 years of teaching and working with residents. They learn to grow healthy plants and foods, improve local ecosystems, and create outdoor living spaces for people. I am one of over 150 Master Gardener volunteers living in this area, so one of our strengths is being familiar with the challenges other local gardeners face. Every May, the Master Gardeners host a plant sale fundraiser and sell plants grown and thriving in this region. The money we raise supports our community project and activities throughout the rest of the year. I am excited to see what positive changes we can make this year and the ripple effect it can create. Please visit theanokamastergardeners.org to learn about upcoming Master Gardener events and services and how you can become a volunteer.
Hi there, I'm Cameron Kaitonen, City of Andover Natural Resources Technician. I'm here to talk about the Nature Preserve Commission, formerly known as the Open Space Advisory Commission, which is an advisory board to the City Council. This group is primarily tasked with management and maintenance decisions of the 4 nature preserves in the City of Andover. This group was originally formed in 2006 to help decide what properties to purchase after the approved $2 million bond referendum that same year. After that referendum went through, the group helped to decide on 4 preserves that were purchased. The group is also tasked with looking at potential funding options for potentially buying new land in the city. The group generally meets quarterly on the 2nd Wednesday of the month at around 6 p.m. So beginning in November, December, we will be looking for new members to the group. There will be information in the November, December edition of the city newsletter, which will outline the application process and instructions for if you are interested in applying. So if you are interested in the outdoors, interested in being a part of the community and working along with the City of Andover, and also would like to meet new people, this might be a great opportunity for you.
Greenhaven Golf Course has been a staple in the historic city of Anoka since 1937. From its beautiful outdoor course to the indoor golf simulator, Greenhaven has it all. Hey, book your next golfing adventure online by visiting their website and then stop into their fully stocked pro shop for all your golfing needs. Tavern restaurant is also open, so stop in for a steak or book the banquet room for your next large event. Greenhaven Golf Course is open to the public, so stop in today and check it out. We'll see you out on the fairway.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration estimates that approximately 8 million metric tons of plastic will end up in oceans every year. One woman is working towards changing these numbers for the better, and she's doing it right here in Anoka.
My name is Michelle. I am a wife, a mother, a daughter, business owner. Welcome into my business, Our Marketplace.
Our Marketplace's mission is to normalize a zero-waste lifestyle by offering package-free and sustainable products.
You're told, I think, every day what a problem that we have with single-use plastics, but there's no solutions presented. So I guess I just really wanted to be a solution to that problem.
Virtually everything in the modern home made with or packaged in plastic can be replaced with reusable products.
You can pretty much buy anything that you really wouldn't need, and it offers consumers a way to buy things in a way to be a little more friendly to the planet. I have laundry detergent, dish soap, dishwasher detergent, lotion, sunscreen, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, basically anything that you would need for your house. I have reusable paper towels. And the really neat thing about those items is they are made right here in Anoka from a local maker.
Michelle's location in the heart of downtown Anoka gives her the opportunity to see real change happening around her every single day.
Well, I don't just think that my community needs this. I think that the world needs this, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to influence the community that I live in, because that's really where my circle of influence is. It's really exciting to be part of a community of business owners that really want to see everyone else be successful. If I'm successful, it's going to help bring people down, which is going to help, my neighbors be successful, which is going to help their neighbors be successful. I think Anoka is just really unique in that way. I have a lot of open space, and it's my intention to keep it that way. It allows me to be able to do some different, unique things with my space. So just last month, I did a clothing swap. I had so many clothes in here, it was unbelievable.
And a clothing swap is just the beginning.
Having this empty space really helps me do other things besides just be a store to sell things, because that's not where my heart is. My heart is in the community. It is in just trying to make an impact. I'm not in this to make a profit. I'm in this to really just make a difference.
It's hard to say no to ice cream on the perfect sunny day at the playground.
Today we are rededicating Rivers Bend Park, and so we've recently done some refurbishing of the equipment and the materials here. So we're just here to kind of celebrate it. We've got food trucks out and a whole crew of people. So this is my second year as chairperson of Ramsey's Park and Recreation Commission. And summer days like this, we get to just hang out and check out parks that we're surveying each year and get to see what's going on.
During the summer months, Ramsey's Park and Rec Commission holds their monthly meetings at one of the city's 29 parks instead of in council chambers.
There's no one park that's best, I would say. My kids really like Elm Crest Park. It's close to home for us and really has a lot of amenities, but we get out and about and visit all of them pretty much throughout the year. There's a wide variety, and we've got a lot of different opportunities for park goers and a lot of trail connections that we are continuing to try to improve. So honestly, that's really probably it.
So stop by one of the city's parks, bring the kids, and maybe you'll even see the Park and Rec Commission hard at work making Ramsey's outdoor spaces better for everyone.
And welcome back. Champlin Ice Forum in between periods, getting ready here for the second period. Champlin Park with a 1-0 lead. And that goal came in the first period on a power play opportunity early on and a tripping call. And Champlin Park converted, getting their second power play goal of the season, 2 for 3 on the power play here this season, and game number 3 on the season for them. And that made it 1-0, and that's where we're at right now. Shots on goal that period, 7-5. And that was the only penalty that was called in that first period, the penalty on Duluth East, the only penalty called in the first period. So a pretty cleanly played first period. Champlin Park had the lion's share, the majority of the puck possession and offensive zone time, Joe.
They did. And I thought Duluth East did a great job, especially Ryan Jensen, between the pipes for the Greyhounds at getting settled, because he faced a bevy of good-looking hard shots on him and didn't allow another goal. And Duluth East needed that between the pipe. They could not afford to be down any farther than 1-0 in that first period.
Both teams starting their top lines here in the second period. Caden Cole, Baltazar, and Peterson for Duluth East. Solomon, Carlson, and Perkins. Perkins, who has goals in each of the first 2 games here, joining Carlson and Solomon up on that top line. Pass for Sullivan here. Top touched at the red line, so no icing. Sullivan bumped from behind by Spenningsby, the defenseman. Comes back to Sullivan. A shot, stick save. Jensen up off the end wall, off the rebound. Played up and out, stick to stick here for the Greyhounds. Baltazar gains the offensive zone, forced to the corner. Trailing the play was the defenseman Lakari, centering pass. Rebels end up with it, and Perkins will break it out. Solomon to the blue line, fanned on it, lost it. 2-on-1 if they can hurry, just out of the reach of the Greyhounds and Baltazar.
That was just inches away on a 2-on-1 opportunity for Duluth East.
Opening minute of the second period, shots 8-5 Rebels. It was 7-5 after the first period. Janish rings it around to the far side. Waiting for it is Holine. And Holine couldn't hold on to it. It'll be Duluth East back with Cole. Rink-wide feed, Lundell into the zone. The defenseman turned aside, puck high in the air. Holine up to Anderson. Anderson in all alone, and he's tried to go backside, that far side post, through the crease and wide. He had Pazendak there on the left wing. I don't know if he didn't see him or thought he could beat the goaltender or maybe get a pad rebound that could have been controlled, and maybe Pazendak could have pounced on it. Then Duluth East comes back in a shot, and Dreifke needed on the pad save.
Yeah, Duluth East countered with a good-looking 2-on-1 save or opportunity, but standing tall in goal, another nice save by Dreifke.
Greyhounds to Valley, centering through everybody and up and out. Greyhounds clear it on themselves. And they'll have to retreat here. Henrik Spenningsby, junior captain, 5'9", starts it up to the blue line. Much better start to the second period here. Dreifke made the initial save, and on the rebound, Antela gets his stick on it, and Duluth East has tied it here at 1. Another power play goal.
Well, that's some great eye-hand coordination, a backhand that he slid under the garage door, found it, kept it low, and tucked it into the corner of the sock drawer. Nicely done. And chance to capitalize. Both teams not taking long at all to capitalize on the power play, as Antela, as you can see here, just outside the blue, settled the puck, caused that distraction right in front, and then tucked it to the corner.
Santilla with the goal, 2:37. So the power play goal in the first period was at 2:40, and this one at 2:37.
Yeah, you might say that they're not very patient on that power play. They get right at it and try to look, and I'll tell you, some great passing and good movement there. Big goal there for Duluth East.
Cole and Peterson getting the assists. And we're tied at 1-1 here. Good hockey game here tonight, a Tuesday night in Champlin. Wraparound attempt, and is the goal in? Rebels say that it is, and the referee's right there, the goaltender Jensen, it's a goal. So Carlson, the goal scorer, after he tucked it in, he's behind the net and saying it's in, it's in, it's in. So we've got a differing of opinions here, as you might expect here. We continue here, so no goal for Carlson, no goal here for Champlin Park.
And Jim, I know at home, if I can't find the remote, I blow the whistle.
You do. You have a whistle in every room, don't you?
Absolutely.
Got to have a whistle ready to go. So we're back to tied at 1-1, no goal. And we'll see which team feeds off of that more. Is it Duluth East or is it Champlin Park? Champlin Park out of frustration, or Duluth East out of relief, and a shot in here on the right side by Pasendak. And the save, Jensen will hold on. 1-1 here in the second period.
Yeah, you'll see if the Rebels respond favorably and dial up some more pressure. There you can see stopped on the doorstep. And I think Rebels will get a fresh line out there right now.
Coach Tom Potter in his 7th year. 93 career wins. You saw him there on the bench. Here for the Rebels. Face-off win by them. Working it along the wall. Now coming out in front is Peterson. Tipped away by the Greyhounds and back out to neutral. Rebels Back into the Greyhound zone. Cole Johnson, third line center, will go back. Play it to Lundell behind the net. Back for Johnson. Lundell gets it back, and then he feeds it up to center ice. And the Greyhounds will dump it in.
Duluth East, a little bit more jump in their step as we start this second period, not only because of the power play goal they scored to tie it up, but you can see.
Good back check here. Almost a steal and a chance out in front. But you can see, Joe, their forecheck is a whole lot more ferocious than it was early on. I think they're just taking a page out of the book of the Rebels, how they played in the first period.
A lot more vigor coming out here in this second period.
Rail, breakout Wexeth off of his stick and in deep in the Greyhound zone. 0-4 on the season, averaging under a goal a game offensively at 1.8 coming in. Tied 1-1 here. Puck in for Nico Mitchell, third set of D. He is a sophomore. Just one senior among this defensive corps. We mentioned only 5 seniors for the club. One of those is the goalie tonight, Ryan Jensen, and a shot left side. They score from way out. Janisch, and it was redirected. Janisch originated the shot left to right. That's a sure goal. That one will count as Holine tipped it out in front. He'll get the goal. 2-1 Rebels.
Well, there you go. Traffic in front of the net. A well-placed shot from that far point. Made its way through a lot of players, and Holine is there to get a piece of the puck and redirect.
5:52 time of the goal.
Correct, and let's see it right there. You can see him just dart, gets to the front. A good-looking shot.
Anderson and Janisch getting the assists. Holine is second of the season. Time of the goal, 5:52. Rebels thought they had a 2-1 lead minutes ago. They now have the 2-1 lead. Under 11 minutes left to go. Face off in the Rebel zone, and it sneaks in on Cameron Dreifke. And he'll smother and cover here at the Champlin Ice Forum.
Yeah, Janisch did a good job of holding his own and then putting a great shot into a good spot there for his teammate to redirect.
Holine trying to work it into the offensive zone. Greyhounds tip it back out to center. Anderson comes in. Dipsy-doos around a couple of defenders. Shot deflects and flutters up off the high glass and back out to center. Resetting, Jax Warren, Anderson, Janisch will send it on net. Jensen steers it to the far side. First one to it, Cole Perkins. Perkins with Solomon coming in. Gets in the way of that, protects that puck away from a defender, trying to work it out in front. Perkins on a backhand shovel, got a neck back at him. Spenningsby will take him into the corner, then he frees it up. Quick stick handling, nifty stick handling by Carlson, a shot on Jensen. Stick save, near corner rebound. Nearing the 7-minute mark of the second period. Shots 10-8 Champlin Park, they lead it 2-1. Good competitive game here tonight at Champlin. Solomon gets it in low, lower half of the circle. And his shot deflects up and out of play. Rebels lead at 2-1. On Thursday, the Rebels will be hosting Andover. We'll have it for you here on QCTV. That'll be the game dedicated to Max Ackerson, the young Champlin Park youth player. Would have been his first year on the high school roster this year. Passed away a year ago from liver cancer. They're going to have an orange out. Bring some money. They're going to have some fundraisers. They're going to have a silent auction. They're going to have orange T-shirts for sale. So come out on Thursday night and help out. Varsity game begins at 7.
Certainly hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to the family and friends of Max.
Ticket sales, concession sales, all will be donated to the family. And they're going to probably give that to charity for cancer, for children's cancer. And they might even start a scholarship in Max's name. So there's some possibilities there as well. Certainly a tragic time and a sad time here just recently for this Champlin Park program. As back to live action here, Duluth East will dump it in low. Sandell was anticipating a hit, and then a centering pass, point-blank chance. Baltazar right in the slot between the hash marks. And the save by Dreifke. Rebels come back. 3-on-3 here at the Duluth East zone. Holine, fan on the shot. May have getting a stick on it was Pierce. may have got just enough of it to tip it away from him up to the point. Sandell back in for Holine. He's outnumbered 2-1. And Landon Pierce, a junior defenseman, will circle back, play it up to neutral. It'll be tipped in amongst the rafters off of the stick of Baltazar.
Wave off the ice. Both teams have really hit another gear.
Yeah, they've opened it up a little bit. We've had a little more end-to-end action. Good pace here in the second period. Spoden has the puck, gives it off to his center. Johnson wanted to go back to Spoden, up to the point, waiting for it. Pierce, and a blast that goes wide. Licari holds it in. Greyhounds then give it up. Feet ahead, left to right. Warren for Holine, who scored his second goal of the season here earlier this period. That one gave him a 2-1 lead. Anderson up high. Backdoor to Penzak, and he had it out in front. And Pazendak could not pull the trigger. He was tight in on the goaltender, Jensen.
Good looks. It continued. I have not seen the return of George.
Pazendak bounces one in, left wing, and it's scooped up by Ryan Jensen. But Pazendak on that last opportunity found himself behind the defense, and the puck came to him and almost collected a goal to make it 3-1, but it stays 2-1 thanks to Ryan Jensen.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have really...
There is the orange ribbon. They also have a very nice memorial out by the front entryway here at the Champlin Ice Forum in memory of Max Ackerson. And that orange ribbon will be up all season long. Both teams on Thursday wearing helmet stickers. Team will wear those all season long. Dumped in from neutral here by Champlin Park. Stopped there by Jensen. Backhanded but not out by Licari. Controlled. Duluth East 2-on-2 as they come across the line. Antela and a shot wide. Into the corner. Rebound for the Rebels.
I thought we might see an offside whistled that time on Duluth East, but continued play, and the Rebels forced back here. That's Long.
Yeah, Evan Long hands it off to Sandell. His long pass ahead. Carlson had snuck through two pairs of skates, including Carlson, who somehow came up with it now. Comes out from behind the net. Carlson up the wall, down the wall. Curls away, brings it out in front, down low, backhand chance, just wide by Carlson. You got Nick Carlson and Luke Carlson. One's a senior, one's a sophomore. And now a whistle on that far side, a penalty and a roughing call up along the half boards. This is going to be against Champlin Park. It'll put Duluth East on a power play with a chance to tie it up just like they did earlier in this hockey game. And it looks like it's Nick Carlson who's going to go to the box, but not before a little discussion there with our referee.
Always a second one that gets caught, but that time a glove in the face and pushing the Greyhound player to the
right there. Yep.
Little doubt left there. And let's see if Duluth East can.
He was just checking the integrity of his mask, make sure it was still doing the job that it's designed to do. So Duluth East 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. Their second chance. Here to the near side. Shot, glove, rebound, score! That one might have trickled through on the shot by Caden Cole. On the power play, yeah, he'll get the goal. Didn't take long, and we're tied again.
I love how they moved this puck. The game as a whole, I love the fast pace. Controlled puck, great movement. Rushes up and down the ice, but this time it didn't take long. Once again, at 6-minute mark here, just about 15 seconds into the power play, Caden Cole takes the pass here at the near point and finds the back of the net.
Yeah, Dreifke made the initial save. It just kind of trickled past him, and then across the line for the goal for Cole. Ties it at 2.
But I just enjoy watching a well-functioned and executed power play. Good pass, tape to tape. Tough to cover that when the passes are that clean.
Antela and Peterson getting the assists.
Cole
had Cole goal, his second of the season.
Nice. He had 4 power play goals last season. Did Cole.
So Duluth East very happy about their special teams here. Their power play 2 for 2 tonight. And they'll saucer it up ahead onto the stick of Baltazar, trying to attack, but the Rebels get back and cover. Carlson at his own line having trouble. Good aggressive forecheck here by Duluth East, making it tough for the Rebels getting out of their zone. And the Greyhounds throw it right back deep in on Dreifke. Under 5 left to go second period. Tight game, 2-2 here tonight. Along with Joe Rulin, I'm Jim Erickson. Pass to Perkins, icing Rebels.
You can see Duluth East getting that much more confidence, hungry for that first win of the season. And they have executed to perfection and in proficient timing as well. 2 for 2 on the man advantage, a 2-2 tie, and they've kept it close, and now they're starting to play a little downhill.
Cole Johnson against Carson Anderson on this face-off. Rebels get to it first, swinging around to Holine. Holine sends it to center. Pazendak intended for him into the corner. Back out in front for Pazendak. Out to the point. Sandell shot the flex. And that's into the protective mesh netting out of play with 4:37 left.
Yeah, Ryan Jensen that time kind of took a swat at it with his mitts, deflected it into the netting. Face-off will come just to the right of Ryan Jensen, the senior netminder, 0-1 so far this season.
Face-off win, Peterson pulls it back. Wexeth, quick shot, pad save Jensen. Rebound in the corner, out, and picked up by the Greyhounds. Valley trying to come in, but again, the Rebels doing a nice job. They're really speedy on the defensive side, getting back defensively. Wexeth looks for the puck, banks it off the far wall, picks it up and controls. Anderson trailing. Luke Carlson is there. Luke Carlson has it, skates out top, brings it in, sends it into the corner. Quick one-time pass out in front for Peterson. He had a body on him. Back to Sandell at the blue line. Wexeth, shot. Off the goalie, Jensen. Stays in play and stays in the zone. Now Duluth East gets a stick on it. Goldsworthy trying to pick it up, does clear. No icing. Dreifke will stop it and he'll hand it off to Brockton Sandell, the senior defenseman. Goal, 7 assists a year ago. Champlin Park playing in their 3rd game of the season. Solomon on the forecheck. Puck back behind the Duluth East netminder, Ryan Jensen. Making his 2nd start here this season. Nice centering pass to Perkins. He scores! Cole Perkins. What set that up was a wonderful pass from along the wall. The end wall from behind the net, and it set up Perkins, who then beat the goaltender low, and Perkins has his 3rd goal of the season, a 3-game goal streak here, and it's 3-2 Rebels.
Yeah, you know, I was going to say we hadn't heard much from Solomon here in the 2nd period. In fact, he figured into most of the goals against St. Louis Park, but I think he's going to ring up an assist on this goal.
.13:34 time of the goal. Perkins, his 3rd of the season. He's already surpassed last year's total. He had 2 goals last year and 9 points. Off to a hot start here, playing on that top line with Solomon and Carlson. It was a line goal because Solomon, Carlson, and Perkins all factoring in on that goal. Solomon and Carlson getting the assist. Here they come back. Solomon all alone takes the pass from Perkins. This line's starting to hop right now for the Rebels. Saved by Jensen, holding on. 3-2 Rebels, 2:37 left.
Yeah, that's a heck of a shift as Solomon heads to the bench, but almost a chance to tally his 2nd goal on that, or at least a 2nd point on that shift. But you can see the Jets and a stellar save here by Jensen.
Oh, and off of the draw, it's a save by Jensen. He couldn't control it. And Carson Anderson collects the rebound and plops it in, and all of a sudden it's 4-2 Champlin Park.
Goodness. When we said they look like they're hitting that next gear, they have hit that next gear, and they've now doubled up on Duluth East. And this is the 5th goal of this period.
Anderson's 3rd of the season. Less than a minute later.
They're buzzing and looking for more of the Rebels. Drifted and Duluth East just tries to clear.
Cal Oakley gets the assist. Anderson, the goal, is third of the season. 55 seconds after Perkins made it a 3-2 score. It is now 4-2 Rebels, their largest lead of this game. Greyhounds 3-on-2 there at the line. Minute 43 left in the period, under 2 left. Duluth East trying for a chance, an opportunity, centering pass from behind the net. Whole line picks it off. Flipped up the head, Pazendak 2-on-2 as they come across. Pazendak wraparound attempt, stopped by Jensen. Pazendak after the rebound. Rebels get it off the glass, and they iced it with a minute 23 left second period. Let's take a look at that goal that made it 4-2.
They have been buzzing. Some great motion, great pressure back and forth by both of these squads, but the Rebels have really dialed it up as we get a look at this fourth goal. Whistle there puts it in front.
Right off of the draw, and it, Jensen made the pad save, but he was sliding to his right in reaction to the action and the movement of the play. His body kept moving to his right, but the puck off his pad just stuck right there, and Anderson was able to just flip it past him and in. And I think we're going to get a penalty here at the Champlin Park line. Was it interference? We had a collision there. And we're going to have another power player for Duluth East. It's going to be their third power play. They're taking Brent Solomon over to the box here for the Rebels with a minute 10 left to go in the second period. He's trying to talk his way out of it, but eventually he's going to have to make his way through the door. And it'll be a chance here for Duluth East. And this is the one thing that's been able to keep Duluth East in the game is their power play chance to get it back to within one.
They have responded 2 for 2 in the previous power play attempts. And the thing that you got to enjoy watching is the puck movement and just how precise, tape to tape, that puck moves, setting up some great gaps. So let's see what we're going to get from Duluth East. There in dire need of a goal here before the end of this second period.
Third power play of the game. We mentioned 2 for 2. Just over a minute left to go. They get to the puck. Peterson tracks that down. In low for Antala. Wanted to go back up to the blue line. Intercepted. Pazendak here on the penalty kill.
Pazendak with a great play. Made the check up high. Then watch for that pass coming across.
Peterson across. Cross ice pass. Cole, who has a goal here tonight. Cole to the behind the net. Nearing 40 seconds left to go. Ran into a Rebel. Lost it. Gets it back. Back up to the line. Peterson. Shot from there. Save, rebound. Still loose. As Dreifke made the initial save, then his team clears it down.
Just 25 seconds left in this second period. Let's see if Duluth East can light the lamp here.
There will be less than a minute left if this carries over. Here for Duluth East into the third period on the power play and man advantage. This puck dribbles its way across the zone. Near side battle. Under 10 now. 6 seconds left. And the Rebels will send it down. That'll do it for the period. And we will go to the second intermission. There will be 50 seconds left of this power play for Duluth East. It'll be a critical 50 seconds for both clubs to start the third period as we've played 2 here at the Champlin Ice Forum here in a non-section, non-conference matchup, Duluth East and Champlin Park. Rebels looking for their 5th win in the last 6 meetings against the Rebels, and they lead it here going to the third. It's 4-2 on QCTV Sports.
Food insecurity touches millions, leaving countless families unsure where their next meal will come from. It's a daily struggle affecting health, focus, and well-being. Cole with Anoka County Public Health here, you should know that this is a challenge we can meet together. By supporting local food shelves, starting community gardens, and learning about national food programs, we can turn the tide against hunger. Every can donated, every dollar given, every hand extended in help makes a difference. Let's unite to ensure no one has to go to bed hungry in our communities. Together, we can end food insecurity. Reach out, get involved, and make an impact at goanokacounty.org.
In a world where physical health often takes the spotlight, it's easy to overlook an equally important aspect of our well-being, mental health. Yet despite its significance, mental health is often stigmatized, misunderstood, or simply neglected. From creating awareness to offering education and community wellness grants, to hosting our annual 5K walk for mental wellness, the Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County is creating a community where mental health is as important as physical health. Let's break the silence, erase the stigma, and prioritize mental health. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels supported, understood, and empowered to live their best lives. The Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County, your mental health matters.
Hi, I'm Peter Helliger, City Planner for the City of Andover. Are you an Andover resident who's interested in guiding the city's development and has an interest in serving your community? The Andover Planning and Zoning Commission may be right for you. The Planning and Zoning Commission conducts public hearings and makes recommendations to the City Council regarding land use applications, subdivisions, zoning regulations, and other matters that may come before the Council. The resident volunteers who are serving on the Planning Commission are invaluable in providing citizen participation, asking the tough questions to help the city vet complex land use issues. If you'd like to learn more about the Planning and Zoning Commission, you can watch live meetings or stream past commission meetings by clicking on the Watch Broadcast Meetings link on the City of Andover website. Meetings are typically held on the second and fourth Tuesday of every month in the council chambers at Andover City Hall. If you're interested in serving on the Planning Commission or on any of our other advisory commissions, please fill out an advisory commission application form, which is available on the City of Andover's website.
My favorite thing about volunteering as an extension master gardener is learning about the different gardening styles and sharing that knowledge with others. I love meeting and learning from people who care about educating and inspiring others through gardening. Whether you are a new or seasoned gardener, there's always something new to learn. In 2023, our Anoka County program will celebrate 40 years of teaching and working with residents. They learn to grow healthy plants and foods, improve local ecosystems, and create outdoor living spaces for people. I am one of over 150 Master Gardener volunteers living in this area, so one of our strengths is being familiar with the challenges other local gardeners face. Every May, the Master Gardeners host a plant sale fundraiser and sell plants grown and thriving in this region. The money we raise supports our community project and activities throughout the rest of the year. I am excited to see what positive changes we can make this year and the ripple effect it can create. Please visit theanokamastergardeners.org to learn about upcoming Master Gardener events and services and how you can become a volunteer.
Greenhaven Golf Course has been a staple in the historic city of Anoka since 1937. From its beautiful outdoor course to the indoor golf simulator, Greenhaven has it all. Hey, book your next golfing adventure online by visiting their website and then stop into their fully stocked pro shop for all your golfing needs. The Tavern Restaurant is also open, so stop in for a steak or book the banquet room for your next large event. Greenhaven Golf Course is open to the public, so stop in today and check it out. We'll see you out on the fairway.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration estimates that approximately 8 million metric tons of plastic will end up in oceans every year. One woman is working towards changing these numbers for the better, and she's doing it right here in Anoka.
My name is Michelle. I am a wife, a mother, a daughter, business owner. Welcome into my business, Our Marketplace.
Our Marketplace's mission is to normalize a zero-waste lifestyle by offering package-free and sustainable products.
You're told, I think, every day what a problem that we have with single-use plastics, but there's no solutions presented. So I guess I just really wanted to be a solution to that problem.
Virtually everything in the modern home made with or packaged in plastic can be replaced with reusable products.
You can pretty much buy anything that you really wouldn't need, and it offers consumers a way to buy things in a way to be a little more friendly to the planet. I have laundry detergent, dish soap, dishwasher detergent, lotion, sunscreen, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, basically anything that you would need for your house. I have reusable paper towels. And the really neat thing about those items is they are made right here in Anoka from a local maker.
Michelle's location in the heart of downtown Anoka gives her the opportunity to see real change happening around her every single day.
Well, I don't just think that my community needs this. I think that the world needs this, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to influence the community that I live in, because that's really where my circle of influence is. It's really exciting to be part of a community of business owners that really want to see everyone else be successful. If I'm successful, it's going to help bring people down, which is going to help, my neighbors be successful, which is going to help their neighbors be successful. I think Anoka is just really unique in that way. I have a lot of open space, and it's my intention to keep it that way. It allows me to be able to do some different, unique things with my space. So just last month, I did a clothing swap. I had so many clothes in here, it was unbelievable.
And a clothing swap is just the beginning.
Having this empty space really helps me do other things besides just be a store to sell things, because that's not where my heart is. My heart is in the community. It is in just trying to make an impact. I'm not in this to make a profit. I'm in this to really just make a difference.
It's hard to say no to ice cream on the perfect sunny day at the playground.
Today we are rededicating Rivers Bend Park, and so we've recently done some refurbishing of the equipment and the materials here. So we're just here to kind of celebrate it. We've got food trucks out and a whole crew of people. So this is my second year as chairperson of Ramsey's Park and Recreation Commission. And summer days like this, we get to just hang out and check out parks that we're surveying each year and get to see what's going on.
During the summer months, Ramsey's Park and Rec Commission holds their monthly meetings at one of the city's 29 parks instead of in council chambers.
There's no one park that's best, I would say. My kids really like Elmcrest Park. It's close to home for us and really has a lot of amenities, but we get out and about and visit all of them pretty much throughout the year. There's a wide variety, and we've got a lot of different opportunities for park goers and a lot of trail connections that we are continuing to try to improve. So honestly, that's really probably it.
So stop by one of the city's parks, bring the kids, and maybe you'll even see the Park and Rec Commission hard at work making Ramsey's outdoor spaces better for everyone.
I am Jen Stump, and we are at Andover at the Lions Park off of Bunker and Hanson. So this event, it's the first annual, so we're going to give it a try, and it's just an ice cream social. So for anybody in the community, come on out and get free ice cream. So the Andover Lions, we are a volunteer nonprofit organization, and so within Andover, we get together monthly and we do service projects throughout the year. We raise money for donations for the community. Anything in Andover we try to do to help. We've been Andover Lions for many, many years, and we're just really trying to give back and to get our name out there and to get the club out there. We've had a lot of people that have come up and said, oh yeah, we know who you are, we've seen you here and there. So now we're trying to put that into reality and just get out here, and this is why we started to do this for the first annual, just to try to get out and have the community come on around. This is our first time doing the ice cream social. We do other things. We serve beer at the Andover Fun Fest.
That's popular.
Oh yes. We used to do it, now we're going to do it again, Harvest Fest at the YMCA in the fall for trick-or-treating and whatnot, and they have different activities. But yeah, we bake groceries, we get together, we volunteer at Hope for Youth, so we just try to get out there, and we're open to new ideas. There's multiple ways to support the Andover Club. You can donate always. You can come to events. We have meetings once a month. If you want to come to a meeting, we meet the second Wednesday of every month, and it is at the Andover Community Center at 6 p.m.
Choice has always provided bright futures through enriching programming, partnerships, and employment services for individuals with intellectual disabilities. And one area of growth for our organization in the past few years has been our arts program, Studio. Studio believes that everyone can benefit from and enjoy the process of art making.
Teams are back out on the ice. 4-2, Champlin Park leading Duluth East. Duluth East has 50 seconds of a power play remaining. And here's a look at that last goal at 14:29, the one that made it 4-2. Scored by Anderson off of the draw, shot from a bad angle. And Anderson puts it in past the goaltender Ryan Jensen. That made it 4-2, and that's where we're at right now, opening seconds of the third period. 35 seconds left in the power play here for Duluth East. See if they can get working here in the corner. Baltazar, point to point. Peterson shot through, back far corner. Up to Spenningsby, who holds it in. Centering pass, one-time shot. Baltazar busted his stick. the length, and Sandell back to retrieve. Shot 17-12 Rebels. Here comes Solomon. Had it poked away, up into his stomach, knocked it down, kept it alive, and they hold it into the zone. And then Perkins here absorbs a hit and gives Johnson the brunt of the hit. They both get back up. Greyhounds the pass along the near side, not enough for icing. Sandell again here for the Rebels.
The Rebels with 3 penalties in that second period, and 2 were costly. 2 power play goals for Duluth. The second tied it up at 2-2, and a game that started 1-0 at the end of the first period. They put up 5 goals, both teams combined, in that second period.
Here on Duluth East, we'll rejoin Ryan Jensen back in his zone here for Duluth East. Their upcoming schedule. One thing that Duluth East has always done for years and years, since they've gone to an independent schedule, they have traveled a lot, but teams have also traveled a lot to go up and play Duluth. So coming up Saturday, they get Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie comes up to the Heritage Center. This one's going to go down again, no icing on this. Centennial goes up to the Heritage Ice Center. And then on Thursday, December 12th, it'll be Brainerd over there. So a lot of different teams coming in. And, of course, Duluth East comes down here to play Cole tracking back, gets a stick on it, bouncing in and out of the zone. They'll whistle this down with 13:08 left to go here in the third period, and a 2-goal edge here for the Rebels. Off the blocker of Jensen. Off the glass, not out. Rail with a great job holding into the near side point. And then going down and getting tripped up was Wexeth. Penalty coming up here on Duluth East. It'll be a trip, and Champlin Park will get their second power play of the night.
That's a tough one.
Cochran going to the box.
Yeah, not a lot of contact, but 2-goal lead, and that third goal can sometimes be that dagger goal. 2, you're still keeping it. You can cut that deficit in half.
Nick Carlson wins the draw. Solomon right back to Nick. Up high, long. Set up the umbrella to Solomon. He rings it off the post. Near side post. Karam all the way back to the far point. In low for Carlson. Shot from a low angle. Saved by Jensen. Rebound Solomon. Back to the side of the cage. Now behind the cage again is Nick Carlson. Long calling for it up at the blue line. He slides to the middle. Wrist shot towards the net. And it finds the glove of Ryan Jensen. And he'll hold on here with a face-off. 11:18 left in the period. The power play is 1:31 remaining.
Well, they haven't lit the lamp, shall we say, at this power play, but they have been ringing the bell on a couple of occasions, and the one by Solomon.
Solomon, again, they love to feed that one-timer, but kind of telegraph that one. And it was easy for Peterson to get in there and break it up, clear it down the length of the ice. Power player for Champlin Park, 2 for 3 on the season. They were 1 for 2 entering tonight. And this is their second power play chance here this evening. 1 for 1. Long cross ice pass. Right side shot. Anderson saved Jensen. Hugging that far post. The Greyhounds send it down to Dreifke. Well, we haven't called Dreifke's name a whole lot here in this third period.
Not just yet, but Duluth East ready to get some pressure on his end of the ice once this penalty kill is complete.
Long. Anderson, but Solomon scores! Oh, that wrist shot. He loads it up, and Brent Sullivan's got another one. Solomon's second of the night. Another power play goal for Mr. Power Play. Brent Solomon, his 4th of the season, 2nd of the night. 5-2 Rebels.
Oh, that was a golden rising wrister that time by Solomon. Second power play goal. You can keep in mind, last year he had 24 power play goals. 2 tonight already to add to his portfolio, and he gets the look, gets the view, and goes top shelf just over the shoulder of Jensen.
And the thing, you know he's going to get the puck. The penalty kill players, the PKers out there, they know that he's going to get the puck, and they can only cover him for so long when it's 5-on-4. When you got that extra space.
Oh, you're right, and 3 unanswered goals here for the Rebels. Almost the 4th there.
Nick Carlson gets an assist. Evan Long also an assist on the goal. And Solomon has his 4th of the season, 2 tonight. And now some breathing room with the conversion on the power play. Boy, power play and special teams have been key here tonight because Duluth East 2 for 3 and Champlin Park now 2 for 2. And the Rebels carry over that momentum as this one's up and amongst the rafters and the ductwork and the light standards and who knows what else is up there in the rafters here at Champlin Ice Arena. And as soon as it hits that roof and one of the trusses, it ends up being out of play immediately.
Yeah, what do you think the over-under is in terms of pucks that are up in those rafters that we can't see many times? But that one,
this is one of the lower ceilings. Yeah, in this part of the metro certainly. And, of course, still with the Olympic-size ice, 2-on-1 Duluth East. Nice toe drag and an attempt by Peterson. An defender got a piece of it, ended up going wide. Peterson right back after it. He takes a shot from Janisch. Duluth East really desperate now. They need a goal. They need to be the next team to score if they want to have a chance to come back in this one. Baltazar wide, end wall Karam. Pazendak for Champlin Park slows it down just enough up ahead to center. Whole line. Run into the short wall by Pierce. In on the goaltender. Dreifke will steer it to the corner, now back behind the net. And it'll be Carson Anderson, the centerman, getting deep back, going, as a center, you got to be a 200-foot player. Played into the corner, Janisch, and here comes a whistle in the corner. And we'll get a face-off here in the Rebel zone, 8:52 left. Shots now all of a sudden, the Rebels kind of expanding that, stretching out that advantage at 22-13. Certainly the pressure they put on the power play helped with that.
Well, Landon Pierce stood strong as the Rebels forward tried to get by him just inside center ice. He did a good job of redirecting it inside. Pierce with a goal in last year's loss to Champlin Park.
Cole Perkins, clean face-off win as the Rebels come back. Carlson had it poked away from behind. Puck free, far side wall. Goldsworthy, Carlson, Perkins. Goals in all 3 games here to start. Already surpassed his season total last year. Came in with 4 career goals Now has 5, had 2 goals last year. And he's enjoying playing here on this top line. Up to Sandell. Shot. Didn't get all of it. Puck off of the rebound. Goes high in the air over the cage. Back along the end wall. We've already passed the midway mark of the third period. Centering again. And a shot there. Solomon. Oh, is he dangerous.
He's hunting for the Hattie.
He's got 2. He wants to prove he can score on more than just the power play. Sandell shot. That deflects just wide on the redirect. Perkins rebound back to Solomon from Carlson, who is camped. Solomon was right out in front, ends up being icing here on the Rebels. So last year, Solomon had 34 goals, 22 of them on the power play. That is a high percentage.
That is, but I'll tell you, he is the catalyst on the power play, but also on that first line. Finds a way also to feed those teammates, and in fact, he was involved in 4 of the 5 goals scored against St. Louis Park.
What's amazing, last year he had a great year, 48 points last year, and that was just 3rd on the team. So this Champlin Park team had some firepower. Certainly last year, again, they lost to Maple Grove in the semifinals by a 6-1 score as the Greyhounds get this in tight, and a juggling save by Dreifke. Greyhounds not giving up here, looking to put some pressure on and maybe get this back to a 2-goal game and make it interesting with 7:29 remaining.
Well, I can't let this drop because in St. Louis Park, of course, Malik, one of the producers here tonight, little hockey time for him at St. Louis Park as well. And Solomon had a goal and 3 assists versus St. Louis Park in their most recent win.
Tipped up ahead, Anderson, right wing, fans on it at the wall, but he keeps with it, looking for a trailer. Whole line was there, poked away. It'll be Anderson again who will grab it. Waiting at the point, Janisch into the corner. Warren, stick save Jensen.
Starting to look like maybe Duluth is starting to tire as they have been playing, in their own end most of this third period.
Pierce with the check, frees the puck up. Greyhounds push it up and out of the zone. That was Mitchell. Then right back, Anderson. He's got whole line pass just out of his reach, and he hits the side of the net.
Whole line, good reach to get that shot on.
They had a quick 2-on-1 that developed off the steal, flipped the other way. That'll slide in off the Greyhounds and onto the goaltender, the Rebels, Dreifke, who will try and headman himself. Ends up at center, intercepted Kyle Peterson, the senior, here for the Greyhounds. He'll dance in. Again, the Greyhounds, just 5 seniors and just 6 players off of last year's team that really had any significant varsity experience. So they are still young, inexperienced, and working that here, and we're just into December. So a lot of hockey to be played. As Wexeth coming down, looking for somebody across the ice, and he does find the stick of Anderson, who centers. Carlson reaching for it. That's Luke. Rebels still after it. Carlson with a shot, gloved by Jensen, and Rebels have done a nice job here tonight. They get to a lot of loose pucks. They find a way to work through traffic with some of their skilled guys.
And Tristan Wexeth has really settled in to that third line since the injury to George in that first period. He's settled in there with Luke Carlson and Max Peterson tonight.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Reese George took a hit along the end wall to our left side. That was in the first period. Appeared to be an upper body injury. And the trainer came out to take a look and was able to skate under his own power, which would indicate that it wasn't any kind of a lower body injury, and then took him to the locker room, and he has now returned. So we hope that that is not a serious situation, an injury for Reese George. But as you mentioned, Joe, Tristan Wexeth has done a nice job picking up the slack, and Wexeth was one of the guys that Coach Potter had kind of highlighted when I talked to him before. You know, he said he's listed on the 4th line, but he'll see more than just 4th line minutes. And he's certainly doing that tonight because of the injury. In tight for Wexeth. We're just talking about him, and he almost tucked it in. Carlson, Wexeth. It's Wexeth again. Cross ice shot, low angle, save Jensen. Rebound sent down and cleared. Evan Long with that good shot. And the Greyhounds whistle down icing with under 5 now left.
Yeah, Evan Long moved on down and got that quick shot just below the dot. And almost able to beat Jensen. And Jensen approaching 30 shots on goal that he's seen tonight.
Carlson glides in. Jax Edgerton is the 4th line center taking this draw. Rebels win it cleanly. They feed Sullivan above the slot. Didn't get all of it, mostly heel on that, ends up wide. Nick Carlson, Sandell. Shot through, redirected. Solomon got a stick on it, but wide of the far post. Perkins keeps it alive in low below the goal line. Tipped out of the zone by the Greyhounds and back in here to Duluth East. Left to right with Cochran. Edgerton. Sandell tracking. He's got Cole on him. Duluth East goal scorers. Cole was one goal scorer here tonight. Antela was the other. They had it tied 2-2, but the Rebels have scored 3 unanswered. 2 in the waning minutes of the second period, and then the power play goal at 6:29 of this period by Solomon, giving them a 5-2 lead.
Trying to pitchfork that pass almost through the
air
neutral
numbers
zone.
are going to catch Duluth East on a change here if they hurry to Solomon. And somebody lost a busted stick, and the business end went flying. The handle ends up on the ice. That's centerman Goldsworthy, who's out there without a stick. Long, near wing, and out. Icing Greyhounds. Able to get a new stick and a line change here with 3:36 left.
Champlin Park really doing a great job of controlling this third period and able to dial up 3 unanswered goals from midway through the second period to
Bring
here
out
in
the
the third.
Carson Anderson line here to go up against Goldsworthy. 50-50 puck to the wall. Warren can't hold it in. Now he does find it. Greyhounds are sliding into the offensive zone, trying to hold it in. And now back to Max Janisch. His breakout pass off a stick. Kicked around. Jax Warren. Jax Warren, good big defenseman, senior on that back end for the Greyhounds. They get it up ahead. Anderson scoots in. And a shot glove by Jensen. He had Pazendak coming down the slot for the rebound, and so it was very key for Jensen to grab that puck and hold on and control the rebound, and he does.
Yeah, I thought he might see a slap shot or a hard shot to the pads. See if he could kick it out to the opposite side, but controlled. And a good glove save made by Jensen for Duluth East.
Peterson against Cole. Duluth East gets to this one. Up off the wall, but not out. Nicely done by Janisch. Momentarily holds it in. Pushed back by Cole. Off a glove here at the center. Wexeth 2-on-2 with a shot stick save Jensen. Another stick on the ice. We've had broken sticks, non-broken sticks everywhere. There's a centering pass. Peterson was on the right doorstep. That floats into the corner. Peterson gets it back out in front. Wexeth, puck was in the air. Couldn't get a stick on it. Backing around for Peterson. Janisch. His shot from the wide sheet of the ice. You shoot it from the half wall. That is an angle. And ends up going wide into the corner.
Wexeth doing a great job of skating well here in the third.
One of the few Olympic sheets. As more and more Olympic sheets kind of go by the wayside. Right side, shot blocker side by Peterson, ends up going wide. This one here, Maple Grove. Plymouth used to be. They've changed that one. Here's a loose puck. Picked up. Glove save. Scampering in was Rademacher on that fourth line. We haven't seen a lot of Jackson Rademacher and Brady Dvorak because Tristan Wexeth moved up, and that third line has been seeing most of the action here. But there's a falling down defenseman. That was Spenningsby. And a good close-in look there by Rademacher, but Jensen steady with the glove.
Has been. That time Rademacher tried to escort that puck into the goal.
And the goaltender Jensen had a defenseman, one of his defenders, and the offensive player bearing down on him. And he stayed cool, calm, and collected. Showed some good poise there to keep it 5-2. Rebels back in their end. Oakley takes a check. Will have to go back with Derek Rail, sophomore defenseman. Down the ice. First one to it, Lakari, sophomore defenseman. Picked off Rail, steps across the line, chips it in. He races in. Can he get there first? He's going to be bumped by Johnson. Does come to the side of the cage again. A little poke there by Wexeth, who's been very active here tonight. We've called his name a lot. And it's smothered by Jensen. 1:08 left.
Hey, well, the Rebels appear to have this game in hand at 5-2, but whether you can join the game on QCTV on Thursday or come out to the arena here and support the Rebels. And a special kind of an honoring of one of the former players who had passed away his last week of cancer. So come out and support that.
Pete Hayes and I will have the call of that. Coverage just around 7 o'clock. Drop of the puck scheduled for 7. Special pregame ceremony is planned and other things. So either come out, be a part of that, or you can tune in. Sandell holds it in. Wexeth, Sandell, back right side, Janish. 30 seconds left in this one. Greyhounds with the breakout behind Kuzmuk. Janish tried to carry that one deep. 15 seconds left. Dvorak with a check. Peterson comes away with the free puck. Blue line over to Janish. Right along the line, he holds it in. Wrist shot. Stick save Jensen. Rebound Greyhounds. The final seconds. The Rebels are 3-0. Good start to the season here for Champlin Park. Wins over Woodbury, St. Louis Park, and now Duluth East. So they survive and pass with pretty good colors here, the non-conference part of their schedule, Joe, as they take on the always tough Andover Huskies, the perennial contenders, coming up here on Thursday night.
Yeah, you know, and Champlin Park also managed to overcome a couple of penalties, or 3 in that second period when Duluth East tied it at 2-2, and then they hit the next gear and scored the last 3 goals of the game to get the 5-2 win.
Goal scorers tonight, Champlin Park, Solomon, then Antilla for Duluth East tied it, and then it was Holline and for Champlin. Cole tied it up in the second period for Duluth East, but 3 unanswered to finish it up here for Champlin Park with Perkins, Anderson, and Solomon, his second of the night, both on the power play, making the final here tonight 5-2. Shots on goal finished a 2-1 advantage for Champlin Park, 31-15. So the Rebels go to 3-0. Their next game, they host Andover Thursday, and then a week from Thursday is December 12th. That'll be Rogers here at the Champlin Ice Forum, and that is the teddy bear toss here for Champlin Park and the Rebels. The big teddy bear toss. Bring a teddy bear, toss it onto the ice. It'll be donated to a local charity. That'll be Thursday, December 12th against Rogers. And for Duluth East, they go to 0-5 on the season. Again, they'll host. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got 4 home games in a row, beginning on Saturday against Eden Prairie, then at Centennial, Brainerd, and Andover heads up to the Heritage Arena on Tuesday, December 17th. Joe, your final thoughts?
I think Duluth East deserves a series of home games and being able to cut down on that travel. As you mentioned, they go to 0-5. Good effort, good speed, good power play tonight for Duluth East. That's something they can build on. Meanwhile, Champlin Park bookend goals by Solomon, and several lines contributing to the success and the win tonight for the Rebels.
All right, for our entire staff here in the truck and working the cameras up here for everybody, for Joe Rulin, I'm Jim Erickson. Again, our final here tonight, Champlin Park wins it again. The Rebels 3-0 to start the season, defeating Duluth East Greyhounds, winning for the 5th time in the last 6 meetings against Duluth East. 5-2 your final. Good night, everybody.
Line with another goal, and then it was Anderson, and then Solomon with the last goal.